The day Hurricane Katrina hit Slidell, Louisiana in 2005, more than 6 feet of tidal surge flooded the city's downtown. Today, Mayor Ben Morris is still running City Hall out of this trailer.
When the trains go by, it shakes.
All because of endless delays, he says, caused by FEMA, which just last week delayed money for rebuilding yet again.
It's been an indescribable nightmare that most people would not believe.
Today, nearly $4 billion intended to rebuild the Gulf Coast remains unspent. That's 68% of the $6 billion promised by FEMA, leaving hundreds of projects like this police station in New Orleans and the charity hospital waiting. Now a CBS News investigation has uncovered what more than a dozen current and former employees say is one key reason help isn't getting to those in need. They point to this FEMA office in downtown New Orleans responsible for distributing the money. They say the way the office is managed is itself a disaster.
There's something very wrong.
These 3 senior-level staff people who still work for FEMA fear they will lose their jobs for speaking out. We agreed to protect their identities.
If I was going to describe the atmosphere in this office, cronyism?
Yes.
Sexual harassment?
Yes.
Racial discrimination?
Yes.
Intimidation?
Yes.
Retaliation?
Yes.
Have I missed anything?
CBS News has learned that since January 1st, nearly 80 employment-related complaints have been filed by staff at the office. And in the last year, more than 30 complaints have been filed against this one man, Chief of Staff Doug Whitmer, including charges of sexual harassment.
The harassment, the equal rights violations that are currently taking place over there, this office is slowing down the recovery in this region.
And slowing the recovery these former employees charge is exactly what some senior managers at the New Orleans FEMA office want.
But what's in it for them to slow this process
to drag
down?
it out? Because they're making over $100,000 plus a pension in some cases.
So they've taken a natural disaster and turned it into a huge boondoggle for themselves.
In my opinion.
Congressman Joseph Gow says the New Orleans FEMA office needs to be investigated.
Shame on FEMA. They're more worried about their own positions in FEMA, their own salaries, than the recovery process down here.
Doug Whitmer could not be reached for comment, but we spoke with his boss, Jim Stark, today in Washington. He denied there was any intentional slowdown of the recovery process.
Well, I find that pretty offensive, Armin. I live in New Orleans. I've been there for 6 years. I joined FEMA to help my community recover.
Does that trouble you in any way that one man has 30 complaints in the last year against him, employment-related?
I'm concerned with the people that may have been abused. We'll have to see.
The word that has been used with us is toxic, that the atmosphere in your office right now is toxic.
Well, then we'll take steps to fix it.
Gulf Coast residents shouldn't expect FEMA's recovery work to end here anytime soon. Employees say they've been told to expect it to go on for as long as 15 years. Armin Katayan, CBS News, New Orleans.